when you aim for a time such as 3:55, 3:56, you have to start somewhere. So back in like 2017, 2018, when I was really trying to crack onto the scene and I was swimming around that 4-minute mark, you have to plan for that 3:56 swim, I guess. So back then I was trying to go out at the speed that I like eventually wanted to go out in, and my back end probably I was missing the mark a bit because I was going out really hard, but that was just trying to get me used to going out at that speed. So I guess I started out doing that and really having no fear in the 400. And it's really a thing that you have to learn because a lot of people in especially an 8-lap race can be scared and worry about like conserving. So I think that's something that I really had to teach myself to do over a number of years. So once I nailed that part, and as I got better, it was easier for me to go out at a 157 speed and a 400. It was about trying to nail that back end. And so in the lead up to the games, I really worked on like my last 100 especially. I knew that with Katie, it would probably come down to like maybe the last lap. Like I think I knew that it was going to be like a really close race, and I knew that I had to be there on the last 50. I had to believe in myself that if we turned together, I would be able to win. And I honestly don't think that I believed I could do that until trials. I think with everything that happened earlier on in the year with my injury, I didn't think that if we turned together, I would be good enough to beat her. But once I, raced well at trials, it kind of gave me the confidence in my back end. So then at the Olympics, I probably planned in a typical race plan to go out a bit harder, probably stay with her. But it's one thing to have a plan, but it's another thing you have to understand how and know how to like race with instinct. So for me, like if I'm at trials and I have the opportunity to go out there on my own, it's a perfect opportunity to put together a near perfect race and go to my plan. But then it's a different thing when you're racing someone. You may have to tweak a few things. So for me, when we dove in and I was kind of gauging where she was at, and she was obviously went for it, I knew that she was going to have a good swim. So I think I subconsciously was a little bit conservative on the first 200, and I knew that I had to have enough in my back end. So I was kind of just like trying to stay there and not slip back too much. And then I knew that on the second half of the race, like I really had to put my foot down and try and move at the right moments and that type of thing. And my last 100, I just kind of went for it. But that's what I had trained for. And I never, ever thought like a few years ago that I'd be able to even split a 400. Like I never thought I could go 158, 158. But I guess that's what you train for. So yeah, really it's about, for me, like in that race, it was about having good, easy, early speed and then trying to really capitalize on my speed at the end.